Oops. There's a couple oopses here. My brain doesn't want to work at all today. It is not interested in being functional there. There's part of me thinking, well, why don't I want it up to the left? That's because that's where chat is. Because that's where you guys are. I see people in chat already. Wait, let's get everything situated. Sugar Kitty, meow. It's for you. Zenbood. It's for you. It looks like rain. It's always nice. It's raining, man, baby. 3 bottle kills, damn. Sober up. I mean, that sounds like fun. Bourbon Neophyte. That's for you. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. All of you. Cat Huey, thank you. I saw what happened yesterday. Cool. I think I'm caught up. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. As always, it is greatly appreciated. You have no idea. And thank you for helping with the GoFundMe. It is an uphill battle at this point because it's been going for so long. I'm having a smoothie, by the way. AstraZeneca, I don't know what that is. And Eversource. And of course, thank you for, my brain doesn't want to do anything today. It does not want to brain. Thank you for putting up with the advertisement. As always, it does now give me some ad revenue, which I appreciate all of you putting up with that. Hold on, where's my phone? Make sure this is in front of me somewhere. 4-leaf whiskey. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here and sending everyone over here. Greatly appreciated. We're just past the halfway point on the goal. 5 days left. This feels like what happens with... Oh, hello. I don't like that at all. With this sort of thing is people are interested at the very start and then it kind of teeters off. I have nowhere good to put this that can be seen easily. Like this. There we go. Oop. Too far. I don't know where to put this. I guess I can make it smaller, but let me know if you can read that, because I know once I'm making it smaller and smaller to try and fit it in places, but it doesn't like me. I should probably change it back to the way it was. I was trying to get this situated earlier. I'm like, that's fine. And then as the live stream begins, it's like, oh wait, no, this isn't fine. Okay. Oops. What are we doing here? Center it. Whoop. There. That's a little better. Oh, I am not okay. I don't know what it is today. James Morgan. Whoops. We had the red alert by accident. 60 plus is tough. Yeah. I did do, I did a small edit to the advertisement earlier today. So no more fast food. As soon as you guys told me McDonald's was in there, I was like, absolutely not. Removing all fast food, even though that is probably a lot of advertisement revenue. I don't care. I don't want any McDonald's promoted on this channel at all. That's wrong. Yeah, sorry, Sugar Kitty. It's a bit much, but I can say it out loud. I can read it to you. I can show you too. That's the even better thing to do. We have this one here. This is the Irene Tan pick. Taconic, I don't know how to say it. Distillery. You don't want to focus today, do you? Do you? You know, there's too much fun things behind me. There you go. This thing's clocking in at 59.5%. This is a recent donation. May interest some of you. Oh, wow, the white balance just went wild, huh? There's my own flesh, and then there's this. But this is the Cargus. Rhymes with gorgeous. Before I got the single malt white port and Madeira finished. This one is very good. And what else? Well, the sampler packs that I'm doing, that's on there. And then there's a Calumet 15 year. donated by a certain cool cat. And an MB Roland Baker Mill Bottle Bomb Bourbon, donated by someone who's in here right now. Look at all these. Why? What? YouTube is doing weird stuff, man. I don't know at what point recently it decided to just like decide, you know, the list of numbers after people's screen names need to be there. I don't get it. And I don't know how to fix it because I didn't do anything. You know, I didn't change or touch anything. It's iconic. Oh, it's very good. I don't think I've even opened mine. Mine is up here somewhere. Or maybe I did. I don't know. My brain is like not, like everything up here is fuzzy. And that's not helpful for me right now. I have things to do. I have to promote the GoFundMe and be super active and entertaining. Also, most of you are already in on this, but if you want to become a YouTube member on here or a patron on Patreon, that would be awesome too. I'm more focused on the GoFundMe at the moment, but this is also the difficult time of year for other reasons. We have the holidays coming up. It's hard to believe Thanksgiving is going to be this week. Oh, and for those of you who are YouTube members and patrons of mine, the podcast is up. In fact, I know what I forgot to do already. Although I don't know if it's ready yet, but I will. I'm gonna flashbang by my stuff. Scotch sample E, lovely. I've just had to remind myself how many there are. Like A, B, C. Did that in my mind just now. Oh, they do. They do. Especially Irene Tan stuff. If I really, as always, I want more people to try her picks because they're stupid good. And it saves me from having to do my own. I just default to Irene Tan's palette. I'm like, go visit her store. Or you could win one of the bottles here or win some of the samples of her stuff here. That's what I should probably do. Irene Tan sampler pack. Maybe not this time around, but something to think about later. And also ponder which ones I have to open still. I have a feeling there's a few. Fruitcake? Fruitcake? Those are actually the handle instead of the screen name. Oh. Okay. I get it. I understand the logic there. It still looks bad. It'll take some time to get used to. Everyone looking like a phone number of some sort or social security number. Just get used to it. Anyway, you only see the first bit. At least I do. And as long as mine doesn't change as a channel, we're good. Original Sin Cider. Oh, is that working? I just clicked on this realizing it did. Okay, it says working good. We're doing great. Flying biplanes in the ears. Nice. Don't get too distracted, Brian. What are you doing? I got it. So members of the channel and patrons of mine, the weekly podcast is now live. There you go. And I know it's already done on Patreon, of course, because I did that a minute ago. Yes, I think I did that a minute ago. Ugh. Black Friday. Yeah, Black Friday, everyone. Should I do a Black Friday video? I'm probably not going to. I guess so. You can see how Sugar Kitty is a popular choice. Yes, everyone, thumbs are appreciated. Cliff Smith. That's what I'm assuming. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. It's always greatly appreciated. Ooh. Oh, the intensity of the music just went up. Ooh. All right, all right, all right. Let's skip this one. Too intense. How's everyone? What's you drinking? What's going on? How's things? Or again, what's the holidays gonna be like for you? Have you taken the turkey out? KillCo family is going to a restaurant. This is a sensible thing to do. Hopefully I won't have too many leftovers. And I'm going to attempt, maybe, soon, probably, to make a baked good, maybe tomorrow. I just recently got the good news that I'm going to exercise tomorrow morning. I was on a wait list for my regular fitness spot, and I was a little sad that I wasn't in. You know, being on a wait list kind of sucks. But thankfully, someone decided to be a slacker. And now I get to exercise tomorrow morning, which is great, because that's the only chance I have, since the rest of the week is a holiday, basically. That'll be the only time I exercise this week. Oh, and tune in. Make sure you tune in for Wednesday. Make sure, set your clock, set your reminders, set everything for Wednesday. We're going to raise a glass to the memory of Sherry G. Passed away 4 years ago. How does it keep happening like this? How does time keep doing this to me? But that means I get to have a little bit of the Jack Daniels pour, which is right there. Keep it out so I know where it is. Dark Silky after 4-leaf. Nice. How long, like, exercise class is Oregon? It's an hour. So I'm going to feel a little bad that I won't be able to exercise twice next week, but I have a spin class coming up as well. I'm trying to stay physically active and get out of my head because my brain's been doing that thing it does occasionally, which you'll hear about on the podcast. So I'm going to have a Thursday morning spin class. That'll be nice. To fine iron arts, exactly. Shoe fly pie or funnel cake. That sounds great. Legendary Silky. The Silky, I have one of those, I think. Glances up at Irish whiskey section. I think it's in the back because it's not my normal grab. Oh shit. Where you going? I haven't talked to you in a minute, so I don't know what's going on. I always assume you're either at Irene's briefly or somewhere else, traveling, flying, driving, whatever. If I remember correctly, Silky was one of those surprising bottles. I think my mother bought that bottle. Yeah, the memory is returning that my mom bought a bottle of that. And I was pretty sketched. I was like, I don't know, Mom, just... She doesn't exactly have the experience to pick out bottles to my preference, we'll say, but that was a good one. Lucky, lucky. And once again, I just don't know where it is at the moment. This is dinner, by the way. Let us see, Zenboot. What is it? Whatever could it be? Do tell, because I don't remember. I have a feeling I know what it is, if you're on that one. Nice. Oh, hell yeah. Coco K Bay? Coco Bay? Coco K. Boat leaves Monday the 1st and get back Friday the 5th. Well, that should be fun. I've never done a cruise. That's on the list. It's certainly going to be more fun with friends. That's probably one of the deterrents, other than it being on the ocean and being a enclosed space where you cannot get away from other people. Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean's private island. They have a private island. What the hell? I want to say I hope to see pictures on Instagram. I know that's not your thing, but I hope to hear about it when you get back. Maybe you'll find something interesting to purchase and bring back with you. Ah, yes. I forgot which one it was, but I'm good to hear it. Key. Oh, so it's Coco Key. Nailed it. What's happening? You want to get away? Going to see family? Oh, hell yeah. That'd be great. I mean, that'll be great for you. I can imagine myself, friends or no friends, being around that many people without the ability to get away. Oh, we'll have a blast. And safe travels. Again, being on a boat. Everyone, I have a problem with dark water. I don't like the ocean as much as you'd think. I like it as a thing to see. Like, oh, look, the ocean, it's beautiful. Look at it. It's great. I'm not going in there. So the very idea of being out to sea with nothing around you at all, that's terrifying. I've never done the little check. I'm thinking it in my head. It's like how many ships like that go under, and then I'm like, well, I could say the same thing about airplanes. So, more likely to be killed by a cow, you know, that kind of thing. Oh, there you go. Give them back to the people. That's good. I can't do that. I can't. It's like all the little things I wish I could do. I can't. I don't mean I wish I could do it, but I just wouldn't be able to handle that kind of environment. I've done it once. There you go. Oh, hey, that's cool. I like that. Shipped wines from overseas. That's always sounds nice. That's definitely one of those little. You tell people what it is before you pour it, and they're like, "Oh." Okay, good. I don't know. You know me. I just anxiety. You know, it's just there. But again, if anyone ever wants to support me to do something that is kind of uncomfortable, that's an option. You want to send me on a cruise? Sure. Will I love it? I don't know. I'll try to make the best of it. Same with traveling to different places. It's all there. I like the idea, but I also dread it a little bit. But part of me thinks there's that one person who's going to be like, hey, you know what? That would be funny. There you go. Yeah, I don't do big gatherings. I actively try not to, because it's not great for me. I found that out numerous times. It really depends, though. Like, sometimes I'm fine, but right now I can tell I'm not fine. There's something going on at the front of my brain here, and it just... Focusing is hard. Time is difficult today. Song high anxiety? I don't know. I don't know, but if you hum a few bars, I probably heard it. I don't know. As I said, my brain is not computing well. I have managed to get 2 pieces of buttered bread into my system, and this. And this has 20 grams of protein in it, so don't worry about that. And lots of fruits. I'm a little worried about groceries this week. That's exciting. My heart is afraid to fly. It's crashed before. Very funny. I bet. I wanted to try something like that, and not like really try it, since I've never gone about doing it. But I do have extended family somewhat in the area. So, well, let's try and do the math. Oh, this is not going to go well. I don't think so. Again, anything you ask me now, I'm like, I don't know. Maybe. That's my brain's at. I don't know, maybe. So let's go with the 5 immediate. Mom and dad, myself, my brother, his wife. Those are like the immediates as of now. Her family? I'm pretty sure she has a brother. I don't know if she has a sister. This is a marriage that's 1 year old, by the way. I have met some of her family once. There's a mom and a dad. This just got much more complicated when I realized my brother's wife and her external family, extended family, her family, are in the mix now. Fresh butter bread was pretty. It's not fresh bread anymore. It's starting to not be happy. But there's only one little end piece left, and I'll probably eat that tomorrow. And I toasted it. Where was I? Yeah, my brother's wife's family. That's at least 4 more. Mom, the dad, the brother, and maybe a sister. Or maybe 2 brothers. I should ask my brother that question. Anyway, yeah, we're already stalling out. So we'll say 5, and then at least we'll say 4 as a guess. That's 9. Then my aunt and my uncle on my father's side. That's 7. No, wait. 9. That's 11. Help. Then my cousin. Then her children. She has 2. 2 of my cousins. My other cousin is far away though, so he couldn't even, his family couldn't be here, basically. But then there's my cousin who's still in the area. I've lost count already. I'm just going off the list of people now. That's my cousin, her 2 children. One of her children is a fully grown adult who has gotten married. That means her husband and his extended family. You see where I'm going here? Like, the possibility of getting like a family get together has just gotten insane. We got about past 10 almost immediately. Ugh. I love the idea. I hate the execution of it. And the fact that most of my family are very blasé about it. I mentioned it to my aunt and uncle once, and they're like, "Oh, ooh, it'd be hard." I'm like, "That's the point. I like to have a big family reunion before people start dying, you know." That's the underlying theme in my head. And I say that knowing my aunt and uncle are past 80 now, I believe. Grandparent had 8 kids. One is 5. Everyone else has 2. Oh, it hurts. Yeah. Yeah, whoa. Yeah. It's a bit much. It's a bit much. I do like, again, the idea of it. Yeah, right there. Took me a second to glance at that and realize what it was. I just have to worry about myself, mainly. Myself, mom and dad, basically. And my brother. But I do think we're getting to see... Well, I know we are. My brother and his wife will be there at the restaurant with all of us. And they weren't able to be there last year. Last year was very low-key. Thanksgiving at my parents' house. Very. Cripes. Trying to make sure I got everything up to speed because I started getting my own head there. It's a house full, yeah, cripes. I can't even. Yeah, we're having a hard time today. I'm just glad I got the podcast out, everyone. That's what I did before this. I said hello to Roy. Roy's got big stuff he's doing. If you're part of his Patreon, you know, I wore his shirt just for that, really. 4-Leaf was live. I had to get my podcast finished, though. GoFundMe's going on. Again, tell your friends. Like, share it once. If you can't do anything about getting tickets or anything, share it wherever you can. I bit my tongue. Share it wherever you can. Instagram, Facebook. I want to say Twitter, but don't. Blue Sky is what I use for that kind of platform. Jeebus. It's true. There brings the question of what is your holiday pour or your holiday whiskey? Like, what do you have family around and you're like, hey, try some of this. Let's pour a drink and raise a toast. What would you do this Thanksgiving? What would you do? For whatever scenario you have. For me, I can't do anything because we're at a restaurant and I'm not drinking much these days. Whole group, house to house, the people that really want to see. Yeah, that's another little thing that bothers me about the holidays. Everyone starts to have their little pick of who they want to see and who they don't care. I really miss, my thing I miss, and I know this is nostalgia, is partially, when I would go with, my family would go see my grandmother, my father's mother in Providence. And that's when I'd see my aunt and uncle. And then I'd see my cousins, usually, way, way back. Unfortunately, after she passed away, that all fell apart, basically. And no one ever attempted to make a new thing, so it just kind of fizzled. And I haven't really seen my aunt and uncle unless I actively go see them. And the nice thing is that my aunt and uncle do have a meal at a restaurant with my parents, usually every month. Or, yeah, I think every month. Discover Puerto Rico. Why not? Go ahead. 4th of July in the summer? No thanks. No, don't do that. That's another thing. My extended family do not drink alcohol that much, and they definitely don't drink whiskey. I think the most they go for is wine. That is their drink of choice. If I were to guess, I don't fully know, but I will say, not to stereotype, this is just what I remember. The family on my aunt's side, so my aunt married an Italian man, my Uncle Joe, and yeah, he's Italian, and that means the rest of his family is Italian, so Italian and Irish. They got the Clavey blood in there whether they like it or not. But yeah, they usually would get some kind of wine out for holiday situations. And my grandmother would too. My grandma liked drinking wine occasionally, as my father likes to remind me sometimes. I think it was port. She liked port wine and she'd have a glass of it and she'd drink it over the entire day. Just one glass. The whole day. It's a good reason not to drink right there. We have a little bit of that in my family. We got Bongo Cat wants attention. There you go. Yeah, my mother's father, who died before I was even born, so I couldn't tell you anything other than I think he had a bit of an issue with drinking. As did Papa KillCo, kind of. And then, which stopped early on. Like, that was an issue he had when I was much younger, and he got through it with Mom. Because Irish blood. And then her brother, so my uncle on her side, probably had issues with alcohol. So it runs in the family a little bit. There's no surprise that I have a fatty liver and that I was self-medicating with alcohol for most of my adult life. Hell yeah, Ardbeg or Octomore, I like that. That'll do it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I'll pour. If you're gonna ask me, it's like, what would you pour for the holiday? I'm like, I don't know. Probably Redbreast 12. That's a crowd pleaser. Hard to go wrong. Best of luck, I say. Yep. That's good stuff overall. Redbreast, I mean. Like the alcohol and the family problem, that's not good stuff. Don't do that. That's bad. I am one of the few lucky ones who was able to step back and see there was a problem, because there was, physically. Lucky I caught that at all. Remember that you should also have you should ask about your pancreas every once in a while. Go to a checkup and be like, hey, just in case, should we check my pancreas for cancer? Should we just check my body for cancer is really the big one. I have something very exciting to do next year. The very start of next year. I don't know if I'll make that a video. It would be a weird one. I'm 45, so if all of you, many of you have had the procedure, if you're older than me. Yeah, it's not easy to see the problem. That is something that's definitely true. And as part of why here, the Whiskey Channel, the KillCo Whiskey Musings, we try to welcoming place. We want to know you're enjoying your whiskey and appreciating your whiskey, and not having it become a problem for you when you're not. You just don't notice. It's something that can very easily become a problem, and you won't see it. We all here, all of us here, I think, understand that. I certainly do. And it's been interesting to get back into whiskey because it's been very like here. I'm not grabbing for whiskey at all. I'm not drinking whiskey at all, really. I got to have a nice little pour recently. I will probably have a pour for Thanksgiving. We're talking about an ounce or less. And what else? More than one of them, yeah. Yeah. All I can say about this procedure is I'm going to have to drink something very strange. And it's going to be rather unpleasant. And that is going to be, what, January 7th or something? Was it a 7? If so, that's hilarious. They gave me the form over there. It's sitting on the fridge. I was right. It is the 7th. Hilarious. Pounding any beers all day? Really? I think you might have a problem with that move. No. Yeah. The sad part about it, and, you know, the obvious, is, you know, there's no way I can finish this collection behind me. Impossible. And it is a sad feeling where you're like, I have all this whiskey and I can't drink it all. I can barely open new bottles because I'm being that careful about it. Where I will open a bottle, pour about an ounce, do a video about it, and then leave it there till something else happens. Maybe I'll have a non-alcoholic beer. Maybe I'll have some whiskey. Again, there is a goal. I know we're halfway through the stream already, but if anyone wants to hit the 10 super chat goal, it helps me out. We still have to hit the end of the goal by the end of the month, if possible. And that might change. I've been seriously considering putting the goal as a more realistic concern. And that is, there's a loan I have to pay every month, which I know right now I cannot pay easily. I can't pay it all, actually. It's over $400, and I've been having to finagle my way through it. And the recent trips didn't help anything. But we'll see. We'll see if that goes from 100 to 400 at all. Put the liquid in the fridge before drinking. Yeah, I think you mentioned that before. You're going to have to tell me that like the day before. I will forget. Yeah. Yeah, keep it cold. They do put it on, like, just, you know, pour it in this and then drink it. And, we'll see. January 7th, everyone. Yeah. I'm only glad that it's on the 7th. That is the only redeeming quality. More importantly, though, is the GoFundMe goal. As you all know, Mom and Papa KillCo have been living with cancer for years now, both of them. But Papa KillCo's has been extremely taxing on the funds. Once again, I have to state for certain, their medical covers it. So the insurance covers it, mostly. There are little surprises every once in a while, like ambulance rides that they don't cover the full cost of. But there is car payments, parking, hotel stays for early appointments the next day. They say car repair. All this horrible stuff that people don't even talk about because it's not even thought. Everyone thinks about the medical bills themselves, which is huge, obviously. And they're very lucky that they can cover that. But there's all the other little things that go into getting treatment. So once again, thank you all for helping with that. Sharing it wherever you can, donating now, getting your tickets in. Hopefully we'll hit the goal. And then we get to give out prizes. I will have to put some prizes together, which is the hard part, but it's worth it. I only have to do it once a year, other than the raffles that I want to start up again next year when possible. I know this isn't exactly a whiskey-centric channel now, because I simply can't get whiskey videos out every week. It's not a thing. And I don't drink every week either. Speaking of not drinking, the Whiskey Tribe and the Whiskey Vault channel did their dry weeks recently. I let it slip because I don't drink that much. So saying a dry week feels a bit strange, but I want to bring attention to it for everyone here who does not have to live by the same rules I do. So instead of this week, because that would be silly, I want to make it known now that there will be a dry week for my channel starting... let's see. We'll say starting on Saturday. This coming Saturday. Friday is Papa KillCo's birthday. We're not gonna start it then. So from the 29th to the 6th. Wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. Fine. To the 6th. I will be taking a dry week on purpose, which is not hard for me to do. I will point out, though, that the 5th is National Repeal Day, end of Prohibition 1933. We'll talk a little bit about that on Friday. Again, I will not be having a drink. So keep that in mind. Whether you want to participate or not, I just want to make sure it's out there and people are aware. See, there you go. If you do a 2-week dry week, whatever. Like, take your dry week whenever you want. Don't take a dry week if you don't want to. Whatever. Just, I'm letting you know. For the channel's sake, I am bringing attention to taking a dry week. And the funny thing is, I don't have to do that either. I've probably been taking a dry week for most of this month up until recently. Oh, is a salt solution? Gross. I wouldn't want to put her in that position. That could be awkward. She's already donated a bottle. Like, that's the most I'm comfortable with doing. And if you're wondering, it's on the back. That's her little whiskey mentors. Johnny Chambers. Thank you for bringing time and attention here. Get you some coffee. Get you some decaf. It's already 7:40. She did, I think she posted on her Instagram recently. That's all I can really ask. Time to pass whiskey. Hello.
Wrong button.
That's for you. That'll do it. But I am looking at that dry week and being like, well, what I could do, conceivably, let's say I've already done one, or start one now. I'm not gonna, but My dry week can be whatever, but I think I want to say for the case of the channel and bringing attention to a dry week, next Saturday. And I only say next Saturday because Pop KillCo's birthday is Friday. Otherwise, I would say Friday. Especially with the holidays coming up, you know, people right now are starting to imbibe a little bit more. It gets darker earlier. You can have a drink with dinner, have a drink with lunch. Mimosas maybe for brunch. And I hope all of you enjoyed our guest who joined us on Friday. It's always nice to chit chat. There'll be more of that in the future if possible. It is not easy to get other whiskey channels to visit me. One, because they have their real lives to deal with, and two, because I'm not a whiskey centric channel as much anymore. It's actually really hard to be like, hey, you want to talk about sobriety? That's something I like to lead with, but I know it's not going to work. But I like the idea of giving whiskey channels the opportunity to come here and talk to me, someone who is a whiskey channel who had to make some difficult choices and has made drastic changes to my own drinking habits, to make sure they are, see what they think, see if they're aware. If anything, I just want to make sure they get their liver checked. That's it. That is something you will not really find any kind of medical person telling you to do. Unless you were like me and were keeping an eye on it already due to, I think, some blood work came up weird, and that's when we realized I had a fatty liver. Then there was my not understanding what that meant. Like, I didn't know fatty liver could get into, you know, scarring of the liver. That wasn't explained very well at all. Otherwise, I would have cut back really hard, which I didn't do. And I was against the idea of cutting back since my channel is whiskey focused. Adriana. Yeah, exactly. Whoa. She's doing science. Oh, that's right. You guys are going to be here to witness. I meant to do this before the stream started, but I'll do it now. Just for the lulz. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's been time for probably about a week. There it is. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Meaning it's cold out, so we get snowflakes in the corners now. It has dropped below freezing a number of times. We are in the very late stages of autumn here in New England. I'm just waiting for more of black ice and possible flurries. There you go. That'd be great. Papadonna Pass whiskey? I want to make sure. If only we could cure all diseases. I hope to see like many different diseases gone away. I'd like to see tuberculosis go away. That'd be great. Yeah, it's already happened. I don't know what I'm going to do for Advent stuff. That is a dilemma. Yeah. I'm putting the idea in my head. I'm like, well, I could do Advent calendar for 12 days, you know, 12 days of Christmas. And then the immediate thought is I would have 12 ounces of whiskey in less than 2 weeks. It sort of defeats the whole 3 ounces or less a month theory. What sucks is that I have so many leftover samples. It's upsetting. with the amount I have, I could drink one a day, every day, for at least 2 months, probably more. Which is a bad idea. Don't do that. There you go. Hell yeah. You got flurries a few weeks ago, yep. I saw like a couple of snowflakes floating around at one point. There was no official snow of any sort. It was just like one of those like, what is happening here? Are you gonna or not? And that's where it was at. The only kind of real wintry thing was when they mentioned black ice, and I went, oh well. Yeah. I can't even say give me the whiskey anymore because I don't want people to give me bottles and be like, when are you going to review it? It's like, I don't know. Maybe this year? Well, absolutely not this year, but maybe next year. I have an idea though. If any of you are interested in this, and this is strictly for people who are members of the channel or are on Patreon. Those are my two, like, support networks. As far as my own personal finances are concerned, and they are bad. If Mama and Papa KillCo's finances aren't great, mine are worse. But for different reasons. So as I said, if you want to support me there, please do. And the idea is I'm going to put a kind of a you pick for videos. I haven't even done one for this month, I don't think. Have I? Did I manage to get one at the start of the month? I know I did the Rock Hard, the finished one, which is really good. I didn't need to remind myself of that. It's really good. I don't know if I did that this month or not. I think I did. So I'd have to get one for next month. Yeah, the idea being I have so many bottles I could do videos about. I would pick 4 and then do a vote. So there'd be a vote on here on YouTube for members and then on Patreon for patrons of mine to see what gets the most votes and what video I do next, because I can't pick myself. I don't know. There you go. Yeah, then they do. It's like, oh crap. I know not a lot of these bottles are my own doing, but there have been a lot of generous donations to the channel. One thing I can say, at least to get people hyped about Irish whiskey, since I know some of you came over here from Four Leaf. This is open now. Guarantees it being in this Irish sample pack. I do wonder how many bottles I would have drank if I didn't have to stop for a full year. And again, my gastroenterologist would prefer I don't drink at all. And then I tell her I'm a whiskey sommelier. That's the basis of my whole channel. I've been doing it for 6 years. What if someone just told you you couldn't be a gastroenterologist anymore? It would suck, wouldn't it? You'd have to find a whole new profession, wouldn't you? I like whiskey too much. Like, I'm gonna be very careful about my health, of course, but I also want to bring that in as a lesson to enjoy the whiskey rather than drink a lot of it. How people approach whiskey is important because it is hard alcohol. Very well done, Zenbu. I was wondering if anyone would catch on with that one. Hydration is key and bottle down ceremonies are appreciated. It looks like rain, which is a different icon. Again, if you're a member of the channel, you can access those. Oh, this is bad. Having a hard time today. It's great. I'm actually sitting a little lower because I need to make sure that is rolling. And you'll note I made it smaller. I managed to make this a little smaller. The problem was it wasn't enough space in between each of these. So this amount of space here makes it so that becomes thinner because it becomes longer. It's weird. Papa KillCo, hello. Welcome. I just emailed you recently about how many samples you'd like. Papa KillCo's birthday is coming up on Friday. That's the end of this raffle. Don't forget that. It's the whole Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month. November is Papa KillCo's birthday. He's going to be, how old are you going to be, Dad? I know, but I want you to say it. How old are you now? There it is, and there's the look like rain icon, which is just LLR with some rain drops behind it. You don't need to hear the straw noises. Peter White, hello. That's for you. Thank you for bringing your time and attention here. As always, is greatly appreciated. I'm waiting for Papa KillCo, or else I'm just going to say it myself. Well, less than 10 minutes to hit the goal. I don't even know. I think I put whiskey for the goal. Which I don't even feel like doing right now. I'm too out of it. But maybe I'll have a BRO before bed. That'll be okay. Drugstore Blues? Is that what the advertisement was? That's hilarious. Again, all of you, first of all, tell me what you're drinking. Remember that. And secondly, if you have, since you have to witness advertisement, I'm sorry. It gives me a few pennies. Think of it like that. Think of like 50 cents in the tip jar. I appreciate it. You don't have to listen to it or look at it if you don't want to. That's what I do. I don't look at it or listen to it at all. Aha! Science. Our Papa KillCo probably just said hello, and that's it. But he's turning 79 on Friday. There we go. I got it. 79. Doesn't look a day over 60. Oh, my spine. Friday was leg day, if anyone didn't know. Oh, is it? I didn't know that. All I know is the sound is annoying. So, drugstore blues like in old school. When the drugstore had a soda fountain. Like that. I'm trying to find out where that comes from. Papa KillCo is going to get some whiskey samples on Friday. That's what he's most excited about, I'm sure. Oh boy. My eyes don't want to, I don't want to stay open. They don't want to function. Papa KillCo had to do some science. Hell yeah. 9 years is nuts. Like I think about it now. Here's one thing all of you can do who are, I assume most of you are around my age, but I know you're not. But if you're older than me, think of half your age and add that to the age you are now. I think that makes sense. That could be still very old. But add 20 years, we'll say. Like, think of what you will be like in 20 years. We're talking about 90 here with in that guard. Like, wow. The amount of stuff your mother's seen. Ooh. In my case, I don't have to do that. I can say 45. I can say my entire lifetime plus. So 45 years plus 45 years, that would make me 90. Hard to imagine, because it's hard for me to imagine being 45 already, let alone being 90. And even to think of the next 5 years feels intense, but then again, the past 5 years went by quick. Even if there was 1 year where there was a pandemic. Okay, I thought so. That I can understand. 4 minutes left, everyone. Ugh. I'm sorry I'm not exactly all there today, but it's one of those days. I have to make a video about what next month is about as far as like the awareness, and it is seasonal affective disorder. And I'm worried that mine might have started to kick in because I felt pretty good up until Friday. And then this depression thing started to land on me, and it's happening to my brain. If you can imagine what a depressed brain it's like, you can't focus very well and you're tired. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. I can't focus very well and I'm tired and I don't have a real great sense of time. And I slept in today by accident. Not by accident. I didn't plan to get up early, but I couldn't drag myself out of bed until 10 a.m. So a significant part of the day was done already. And I was like, 10 o'clock. I didn't even have breakfast till 11. It's the little things. Exercise tomorrow morning, though. That'll refresh my brain a bit. Clear out the cobwebs, maybe. We'll see. I'm going to wear a tank top just for the lulls. I do not. I don't have one. I don't really care to have one. I have my salt lamp. That's okay. But really, I just try to let in some sunlight in my apartment if I can in the mornings. But it's getting harder and harder to do. There is a notable way that the sun works in my apartment. In the summer, it's higher, and so more light comes through the window. And as the colder months set in, it doesn't get... There's a... How do I put this? So let's say this is a courtyard. So there's two sides of the courtyard, four technically, but we're talking like this. My window's over here. The other windows are all over here. And this is the roof on the other side. So the sun goes high in the summer, and the lower it goes during the winter months, it doesn't make it over the roof. So it doesn't even get into my window, except for maybe for a little while after 10 o'clock. So for an hour, maybe, I have sunlight coming into my apartment. Whereas in the morning or in the summer, there's 3 or 4 hours of sunlight coming through the window before it gets low enough to not hit the window anymore. Ooh. Yes. Yes, we are at 1,013 subscribers at the moment, which is wonderful. We'll keep that going. 2,000, here we go. We'll see. That's the idea. Yeah, sun doesn't clear the opposite wall. Thank you. That's... my brains. All right, everyone. 8 o'clock. Time for me to start winding down. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for checking out the GoFundMe. Please share it wherever you can. That is greatly appreciated. If you can't donate anything, that is also pivotal in helping to spread the word and get more people to enter. Reveal of prizes on Friday. Don't forget, I'll see you on Wednesday. We're going to pour something to Sherry G's memory. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you out there. Special thanks to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.